Ricky Cibrano here on FelicianAthletics.com, now joined by Ivan Lewis, head men's basketball coach, ahead of their quarterfinal matchup against Jefferson at the Gallagher Center tomorrow at 5:30. What's it like going up against Herb McGee, who is a Hall of Famer? He's been at that school longer than either of us have been alive. I think if you add our ages together, he's still been there longer, in fact. Is it almost a personal test facing him?
I wouldn't call it a personal test. It's definitely humbling, and I'm gracious for the opportunity to go up against a legend. But yeah, it's humbling. I'd say humbling.
You did play them once earlier this year. You ended up losing 87-71. It was a long time ago, well over a month, in fact, almost 2 months ago, and a different rotation now. You did not have Parker or Warren in that game. Do you take any stock in that game, or do you just consider it a part of the past?
Definitely take stock in it. We're a different team. We feel as though we're a different team now, especially operating with two more pieces. But yeah, we're definitely a different team, and we take stock in that game. Absolutely.
Now, Jefferson has a very, very unique rotation in that they play quite literally only 6 players, 5 if they can avoid it. They would just go 5 if they could. Is that something that you try to attack, exploit? How do you deal with that?
Absolutely. We're trying to exploit it. We play fast. We want to try to, wear them down, maybe get some of those guys in foul trouble. Yeah, we want to kind of be the opposite of them and speed them up and, try to wear them down a little bit, use that against them.
Yeah, it is very much two different paces. They play much slower. You guys, we know you like to run so much. Is it fair to say if it's a game more in the 60s or 70s, that's more likely their game? If it's 80s or 90s, that's more you guys?
You could say that, but, as you can see, last game they put up 87 points and beat us, and, they were able to hold us to 71. So I believe they have the ability to score. I think our objective is to get them, get their shooting percentage low. No matter where the points are, we want the shooting percentage a little bit lower than it was last game at least.
And you were near the top of that in the league on the season overall field goal percentage, defensive field goal percentage that was. How were you able, or what made you guys so tough defensively?
I think the pace of the game, as the game goes along, I think teams wear down a little bit. I think defensively we just work really hard to make every attempt difficult.
You won 4 of 5 down the stretch. Do you feel like the team is hitting their stride as we close the season?
I do. With missing the 2 guys, Parker and Warren for the first 13 games, kind of slowed our progress up a little bit, but I think we're catching our stride and getting in rhythm at the right time.
Now, you were a player at Felician as well. What's the difference, or is there a difference at all, between preparing and anticipating a big game as a player versus a coach?
I don't know. I kind of get the same nerves, a little same nervousness, the same butterflies in my stomach. But, I think from a coaching standpoint, it's a little bit more mental. You're more so worried about preparing your guys and making sure they're mentally prepared and physically prepared to play.
Only the 5th winning season at 14-12 this year in program history in 23 seasons. As an alum in particular, do you take personal pride in that?
Absolutely. When I got the job 4 years ago, that was the number one goal is to get this program back to a winning tradition. And we did it this year, and we're looking to continue.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck tomorrow.